The final thing I'm going to actually cover in this section is runtime errors. Now you might be wondering what a runtime error is. Well, it's pretty much what it says. A runtime error is an error which occurs while the programming is running. Okay, so I'm going to actually deliberately create a few just to show you what I mean. We've got this code file open already. Quicker if I delete it that way. So I'm just going to delete what's in it, and I'm going to stick some variables in. Another way, you can declare variables in the actual verb itself if you want. So num1 for num2. You'll see an error here. If I go num1 equals num1 divided by 0. Oh no, that doesn't work. I can't use that. Look, failed. It's just coming up with one warning. Watch what happens when I run it. Sorry, the compiler doesn't detect that I'm dividing by 0. However, that does. Okay, I'm actually surprised at this compiler. I was pretty sure it would, but I've just found out it's saying that I can't divide by 0. Now, for those of you who know maths, you'll understand why. For those of you who don't, you won't. But I'll explain it in a minute anyway. What I was going to do is, if the compiler wouldn't let me to put 0 on the end, I was going to put num2, and I've set num2 to 0, so the same thing would happen. Now, if you're doing attacking systems and you're dividing by defense or something, and for some reason their defense falls to 0, you will get a divisible by 0 error. Now, what is a divisible by 0 error? Well, it's this. What happens if you divide a number 5 by 0? Well, it's one of those things. You get an infinite number. The number is that big. It's ginormous. It's the hugest number in the world. You think about it. Say we have 10 and we divide it by 5. What do we get? We get 2. You divide 10 by 2, you get 5. You divide 10 by 1, you get 10. You divide 10 by a half, you get 20. So the lower the number gets, the higher the lower the number gets that you're dividing by, the higher the result is. And if you get to the closer to 0 you get, the more to infinity the number goes. So take it from me, you can't divide by 0 and you will get a divisible by 0 error. That is the main cause of runtime errors. There is other ones in byond, but I just thought that's a good example to show you what one is. So whenever you get some red writing like that, it'll say runtime error, and that'll give you the error name, and also it'll give you the procedure where the error occurred. So that's like your troubleshooting. You can then go back into the code, look for the procedure, in this case inputs, have a look, change it, get it working. Also, it tells you quite nicely actually what SRC is and what user is, which in this case they're both the same thing. But anyway, that's it for runtime error.